Hey, Murder Miners Hub. I'm HolyCheems. I'm one of the volunteer devs working on bringing you Update 40. This is just a video kind of going over some of the tools that I've been using for importing maps and going through the whole process so it's easier for all of you. So let's get into it. Right now, I have been using VoxEdit, and this is from a nice project called Vengi-Voxel right here in GitHub. So github.com/Vengi-Voxel/Vengi. And the description, there'll be this link and more in the description. From here, you can go to the latest release on February 9th. But there's quite a few changes between now and then. It's not an official release yet, but the developer Emger Hardy has given me a link to the latest build. So we'll go ahead and go here. We'll also include this in the description. And we'll go ahead and have our download. Bada bing, bada boom, all done. So we are going to go ahead and, first of all, let's get rid of these. I don't need these. Let's extract this guy. And we can go in and start our VoxEdit software. You can go ahead and run this. It's okay to run. So when you open the editor for the first time, it'll be empty, a nice big cube. I personally already have the Murder Miners palette uploaded. I will include in Murder Miners Hub. If you ask me, I'll send you the palette file, or one of the other devs will, for importing your palette in here. So whenever you import a file, it will automatically map the colors of the voxel model to the colors in our palette that we use in game. And you can use that with the import here. But besides that, we want to go ahead and import a voxel file. So another site I like to use is for Ace of Spades maps. So Ace of Spades is another voxel game that uses a similar type of map making that we do. They just use different file formats. And there's this site, AOS Party, and they have a collection of maps here. You can go look at those, but any of them will do. Let's go ahead and yoink the... I'm looking for a cool one here. Where's a cool one? Oh, you know what? Busan Port. Let's do this. Busan Port by KMSI Galaxy, Phalanx, and Ilrak. Thank you for your service. I'm basically poaching their map. We'll hit load. And you can see all the different types of files that are accepted here. So Ace of Spades maps, even Quake BSP map files, those will be very big. So you'd want to put them down. We do have Minecraft world region level.dats. I can get into that with another video if you really want me to, but it's a similar process. It's just loading them. It's a different file type, but it all works the exact same. And our Magic of Voxel files. But right now we're going to import a Ace of Spades file. So we're going to go back to quick access downloads. busanport.bxl. I'm not going to create a palette because I already have my Murder Miners palette in here that I've called VoxEdit palette. And it might ask you to split it up into smaller volumes. Our maps are never going to be bigger, usually, than 512 by 512 by 256. So it's not going to be too long of a load, but it still takes a second. But you'll see that it has mapped it to our palette. And you can kind of just hover over this blue. I believe that's the light blue, or maybe stalks. I'd have to look at the block IDs, but this is imported into VoxEdit. So the next step here would be to export it in a format that murder miners can see. So that would be the .xraw file format, and that is why it's great that VoxEdit uses or can use murder miners, or not murder miners, Vengi-Voxel files. So I will go ahead and save this file. Actually, hold on. Let's go ahead and cancel. Let's look at the volume. Okay, yeah, so this will fit in our map or in our game. Let's go ahead and save as. Say boosonport.xraw. I am going to go ahead and put this in my murder miners file so I don't have to shuffle it around. Which would be program files, Steam, Steam apps, common, murder miners, game exports, xraw plugin, xraw to map. Go ahead and save it here. I'll say boosonport.xraw. I'll save it here as a single object. This will take a second for bigger volumes like this. Saving to xraw can take a minute or two, so I'll probably speed it up here in post-processing. Sweet. That is all done saving. So our next step would be to open this up in Murder Miners and see if we need to make any changes. Let's do that now. We will go ahead to Murder Miners. Launching the game. All right, so let's go ahead and host a offline map making session. We are going to go to create a new map. Yes, our map was 512 by 64 by 512, so that's as big as we want to make it. We did fix a bug recently where maps had to be a full cube, and that is not the case anymore. So even if we wanted to make this a super big map, we could still import it, no problem. But if we made it a super small map, it would just get cut off, obviously, because the file would be bigger. But for this case, we will just want 512, 64, 512. We want it to be flat, no floor height, just completely empty, and we'll go ahead and create it. Let's call this Busan Port Test. Big. We'll go ahead and start the match. Fly, so I stop dying. And we're going to hit map settings and then import and export options. We'll hit import xraw into current map. We'll find the one that we saved, which would be Busan Port. And look at that, our map has been imported. The whole thing, even the outside outline that I neglected to cut off. You will see that it does look kind of funky, because some of the floor tiles are lights, or chains, and some blocks work, some blocks don't. That's just because some are meant to be map-making blocks and some aren't, but that's the beauty of what we can do in VoxEdit. So, we see it imported fine. You can see it created by Irlac, Phalanx, Galaxy, Fritzy, everybody else on AOS.party. But cool, nice big map, Busan Port. Let me show you some more of the things that VoxEdit can do. So, if we switch back, we can tell that, actually, if we go back here, so the floor tiles here are all lights. And we don't like that. We don't like that these are all lights. So, what would be a better road tile? I think something gray. Let's try... I don't know. Metal plate. or dirty tile. Let's try dirty tile. We are going to this would ever open. We're going to open up our block IDs. And I have this created ahead of time. I will also include something like this in the description or in the Murder Miners hub if you need to. But our dirty tile is number 91. So we can come in here with our color picker. We can pick this, so that would be the light. And we want to find index 91 here. And we will want to swap those colors. So we can open up a script here. There are so many scripts to do so many things. I mainly use the replace color script. We will drag the color we want to the script. So you see how that updated to 91. You could also index it if you wanted to with plus or minus to get all the way up to 91, but that takes too much time. And we will hit our color picker again to pick light. This will be the light block. And then we will hit run. So what this is going to do is it's going to update every single block that is a light color. Like the light block is going to be, every block on the map is going to be updated to dirty tile. And you can see that change here. It'll do it slowly. This is a huge volume, but we will get there. Yep, you can see it happening very slowly. All right, and let's go ahead and save this again. Busan port 2.xraw. And then again, that is immediately saving it into our Murder Miners game exports folder for XRAW files. Single object. Okay. And I'll speed this up so we can get out of here quicker. Cool. All done. Let's go ahead and open up our new version in Murder Miners and see what it looks like. So we still have the old map in here, but we can even just get out of here by ending the game, and we can just reload the map we created. So my map, Busan port test, and start again. And it's empty because we never saved it. Oh, I died. Whoops. Cool. Map options, import and export options, import XRAW file into current map. We're going to do Busan port 2. Takes a couple seconds. But look at that. Our roads actually look a little bit more like roads. They're not all lights. They're actually run-onable. Very cool. And you can do this for any block that doesn't match up to what exactly you wanted. So if I were to have been making this map to publish, I would probably swap out the drink cups for red blocks. A number of these for more green blocks, or reduce the different colors, or even switch to our solid block set. So it's pretty far down the list. So bear with me here. Spring, and then solid. Switching to our solid block set makes artistic maps look a little bit better because it's all solid colors and not textured. But there will still be blocks like here. That's probably a chain that you would want to replace with a solid block if you so choose, because those are not necessarily map-making blocks. But see, look at Busan port. It's really cool. We got it imported. Showed you a few things with VoxEdit. I think I can show off a few more tools, actually. Let's go back to VoxEdit. We've got so many things at our command. We can add blocks if we wanted to in the editor. see, or add more, you know, we can add more cars to this or more trucks, or we could even make a selection. So we wanted to select this section and cut it out. We could do that. So many things you can do. With bigger volumes such as this, it can be slower. That is just a physical limitation of the application, but ultimately doesn't take a lot of time, just a little bit longer. If you wanted to import a Minecraft map, it would work exactly the same. You'd go to load, you would select either all supported, and it would show you all your files you can import, or you could just do Minecraft level dat or Minecraft schematics. All of them work. Region will be more like chunks. You wouldn't really want that unless you want just a specific chunk imported. That's only a 16 by 16 selection. I would more likely go with schematics or level dats, which would be your level.dat in your Minecraft world file. And that uses all of the regions in that world file as well. That's fairly straightforward, guys. If you have any other questions, let me know on Discord. I'd be happy to help you with any other questions you have using this tool, and I will include all of the links in the description. Thanks for watching!